With the fall season nearing its close, a number of Hawk teams are making their postseason push. This is the Hawks Vision Weekly Update. Hello everyone, I'm Keith Arsenault, and welcome to another edition of the HartfordHawks.com Hawks Vision Weekly Update. It was a relatively quiet week here on the athletic fields of the University of Hartford. However, the men's soccer team is making plenty of noise in the America East race. Hitting the pitch, the Hawks hosted UMBC on Saturday night. 33rd minute, Matthias Axelson and Anthony Santaga combined to find David Bernardson for the go-ahead goal, 1-0 Hawks at the break. Second half, Jorge Rodriguez off a free kick. He bends it into the corner of the goal past the diving keeper, 2-0 Hawks. Later on, another Jorge Rodriguez free kick, this time punched out by the goalie. However, Bernardson with the header and Santaga does the rest as the Hawks go up 3-0 and eventually win 3-1, their first win in conference play in 2011. UMBC was the Hawks' only game last week. However, this upcoming week, Binghamton comes to town for Senior Day on Wednesday, and the Hawks travel to Stony Brook on Sunday to close out the regular season. Taking a look at the standings, the Hawks currently in a tie for 5th place, just above the cut line for the America East Championship Tournament. The Hawk women were on the road last week, heading to Albany on Thursday afternoon, and in the first half, the Hawks fall behind when Maggie DeVerna beats Erin Quinlan for the 1-0 lead. But in the second half, the Hawks return the favor as Caitlin Alves finds Amelia Pereira, and the Hawks pull out the tie 1-1. They end up with the number 2 seed heading into the America East tournament. The Hawks suffered their first loss of the season on the road Sunday at Boston U, 3-0. However, they still do have the number 2 seed for the upcoming America East Women's Championship. They play the winner of Vermont at Albany, that game set for Thursday afternoon in Albany. In volleyball, the Hawks dropped their only game of the week at New Hampshire in a 5-game match. Next up for the Hawks is a non-conference matchup at Central Connecticut before returning home Friday night against Providence for Senior Day. On Saturday, the cross-country teams kick off championship competition as they head to Albany for the America East Championship meet. Women's tennis hosted Holy Cross last Tuesday. The Hawks fell 4-3, but they did win the doubles point, and Abby Liu won in straight sets at the number 1 singles position. This week, the women finish up play in the ITA tournament, while the men play in the Connecticut Championships in New Haven this weekend. And finally, hitting the links, the women finish up their fall schedule at the Sacred Heart Invitational, while the men finish their fall slate in Powell's Point, North Carolina. With the America East Championship fast approaching and our women's soccer team set to host a semifinal match here next Sunday, let's take a closer look at how they got the number 2 seed. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Hawks Vision. Be sure to tune in next Monday for all the action on the fields and in the standings. For HartfordHawks.com, I'm Keith Arsenault.